jump now and show you where there are some active warnings that are underway. Hopedale, Illinois is where Corey Gerken is at, and he's right nearby this confirmed tornado, Tazewell County, Illinois. He's got that rumbling shelf cloud in his rear view cam, and plenty of lightning coming out of this as well. Somewhere in this is potentially that line of storms and where you're getting that confirmed tour. It does look like it could be on the edge of this. So, team, keep this up for a minute. I'm going to actually try to pull up Corey's shot in my cam here, and hopefully we can get a chance to maybe draw, and I can show everybody at home exactly where that is. Right now, you can look at that potent shelf cloud. That is on this southern, or that's on the very lower edge of a massive anvil cloud. And with all of this, the potential of not only damaging wind, but producing multiple areas of funnels. So what I want to show you right now is potentially, this is where you have the wall cloud, right? So you have the parent storm, this massive anvil cloud, 30, 40,000 feet. This is lowering. This is where you could have the tornado genesis. This is the factory where you get mid-level rotation that's swirling. But is any of it starting to lower? And that's why you scan this entire shelf here. Now notice on this edge where I have the cursor, that's where you have the rain curtain that's coming in. Right in here is kind of this, is there condensation? Is that lowering? Why you can't trust line of sight? Because at times, if it's an HP, a high precip storm, you're not going to be able to see through that shaft, and you're just going to have this tornado that's coming in because the rain precedes it, and then before you know it, you hear the roar, that train sound that many tell us after a dynamic storm came in. So this is what we're looking at with Corey's shot. I do want to pull out real quickly before we lock back in to show you that this is bigger than what we're just seeing in just Illinois. This is the Midwest, yet again in the wash cycle of another violent evening with severe weather. So as the graphics kind of load, it'll show you widespread isolated showers that are popping in areas of Illinois and Indiana, and then Kansas and Oklahoma. That's where you have that linear threat. So where are these visuals coming out of? Right in here. And so this is where we have that purple polygon just outside of Peoria on the I-55 corridor. I'm going to get the level 2 data out now. And as this loads, we're going to look at that chance of rotation. This just looks nasty by the eye test, and I'll explain to you what I mean by that. So as I draw on this, look at this. This is a very strong storm. You have a V shape, right? Call it a flying eagle, massive hail. Then this is the hook, which means you have an inflow notch that's coming in here, likely to see rotation right over I-55 right now. As we get that scan, it does look like the rear flank downdraft. Here's what that is. On the backside, comes in this direction, could be accelerating because storm movement is in this direction. So it's moving towards the east, but the rear flank downdraft could be the strongest part of that rotation and the most powerful portion. It does look like the brighter colors kind of led up as we were scanning this. That could be a hopeful sign. Differential 70 miles per hour enough, though, for that wall cloud that you're witnessing here. This is out of Brandon's shot now to potentially be producing something. Notice the terrain, though. With all of this being said, hopefully farmland, and that's it, right? Not looking at any structures. What I'm going to do is pull this back in time for a moment to see if this is going through a cycling pattern. And if it was tighter rotation when they confirmed it, and then moving on. Sam, if you want to jump into and let me know, was this observed, or is this because of our team that was there as well and they're seeing it? Because I'm bringing it up on the screen. You could tell this is the storm.
Observed. I don't know. I'm not sure if Brandon or Corey saw it, but it was observed. It looks like it has lifted. No one is reporting that they're seeing it at the moment. Okay. So that is great news. Lifted and nobody's seeing it. But look at this. This is that nasty hail core that I bet our team is trying to dodge. So you see this right in here. That purple shaft that's coming up, that is the extremely strong updraft that creates that anvil shape, right? This is a flat 45 to 50 even. This is the overshooting that you could tell it's getting up to 50,000 feet. I'm not known for my drawing, so bear with me. But as what you're looking at with that scan is you're looking at a very powerful storm that has exploded in intensity. And as we kind of move around, you can find those areas in this where you're looking at potentially the large hail that's coming down, along with, of course, that vorticity and that rotation. As Sam mentioned, though, I think good news coming in, the fact that we are looking at potentially only something that cycled before and now has actually kind of lifted off of the ground. I want to look at the hail potential as of right now because it looked
much healthier than what it's showing as of right now, right over the interstate. Looking at getting to potentially that Aix-Saz Hill. Look, we can show it to you from our vantage point here at headquarters with the data, and then you just look below. Hopedale, Illinois, an absolute beast of a storm that's just starting to form.